Hey guys, what's happening? It's me, Toe, from the Toe Knows Everything podcast. It's 11 p.m. on Tuesday. Just got home from BMO Field. TFC and Independiente from Panama tie 1-1. I got to tell you, there were a lot of disappointing points in this game. First of all, it was freezing cold, unbearable, not soccer weather. Shouldn't have played that game outdoor. It was horrible. The players were freezing. They weren't ready to play in that cold. It was obvious. Players were very stiff. They weren't running. The ball wasn't moving. It was actually a pretty sad atmosphere. Attendance was super low, and it just wasn't the type of atmosphere that soccer fans want to be in, especially in February in Canada. I actually felt sorry for the players, for the TFC players, and for the Panamanians, who I'm sure thought they were in hell at some point because it was just ridiculously cold. So I just want to do a quick recap about why TFC still lacks, why they are not performing, and why we need to make some adjustments quickly. And if they can't do it, hopefully they can't do it, because I'll tell you what, like I've said before, my plan is to buy an MLS team, and I would love nothing more to be able to buy TFC. Met some great friends tonight down at the game. We were in the club lounge. Met a lot of people who are really good friends and acquaintances, business people from the community, and they all said, hey, Toe, brother, you know what? We're in on it. We're ready to buy this team if that's what it takes. Tomorrow I've actually got a video of the general manager of TFC talking about their plans for this year. And you know what? Really, the plans were not anything spectacular, not too impressed. But I'll give you a little recap tomorrow. For tonight, I just want to give you a little bit of a synopsis in terms of what it was that we saw at the game. And basically, there were a lot of points which are pretty pertinent to why they did not succeed tonight. So a couple of the reasons for why they didn't do so well. First thing, weather conditions. Horrible weather conditions, just awful to play soccer in. Number two, lacking in the midfield. Really no control in the middle. No one there feeding anyone up top. Starting lineup, they made a few changes, but nothing really deviated from the last game. No one up top to score. No finishing. A lack of possession. Weak goaltending. And we could go on and on and on. Above and beyond that, there's the cost of being at the game. So the end result, TFC versus Panama, 1-1. Here are my points of where I think they lacked. Number one, no offense. Number two, poor goaltending. Number three, lack of drive. Number four, no midfield. Number five, no goal scoring capability whatsoever. Number six, horrible grass, just absolutely horrible. There was sand all over it. It was a hybrid grass turf thing. Really didn't work. Ball was not moving. Just unbelievably poor quality turf for this level of soccer. And finally, number seven, just way too cold, just ridiculously cold. Here's a summary of what it cost me tonight. So, I went down with a group of guys, so it cost way more than this, but I want to break it down. So tickets, club seat tickets, $150 each. Parking, $30. Beer, $13 each. Popcorn, $8. TFC hat, $30. Grand total, $231 a person. That could have been a flight to Miami, Florida for me. So really worth the investment? Not so sure. Attendance, a dismal 7,500 people. And this is a sign of things to come. Believe me, I've seen this all before. I've seen this happen at Exhibition Stadium when the Blizzard were playing out of there. So TFC and MLSE, you better listen up. Fans aren't going to attend if you don't produce. You need a good product on the field. So MLSE, at the end of the day, the final result, very poor one. We couldn't win at home at BMO Field. We played in front of a crowd of about 7,500 people, which is probably the lowest attendance ever at BMO. What's the lesson learned here? The fan base is finicky. You better understand, MLSE, that this fan base will not support you through thick and thin. You got to make some changes right now. And their general manager spoke to the club section fans just before the game, and he said there was absolutely no DP, no designated players signed. If you don't get your act together, you will see a dismal result by the end of the season. By that I mean a lack of attendance, lack of interest. It will be very difficult to rebuild, which is exactly what I'm looking for in terms of me achieving my dream and buying this MLS team with various partners. We're going to make it happen. Stay tuned. I've got more coming up.